everybody, this is Seth here with the Geekiverse at the Buffalo Game Space, and I'm here speaking to
John Futscher.
And you are president of Buffalo Game Space, correct? And you've also got a couple games of yourself. This game behind us here, a developer of this game with the lovely Silicon Valley figures right next to it. So tell us a little bit about your games that you have here. What games are you just?
He's put it down, and you can't see it.
Okay.
I can read. But so this game is a game I made in 2 days. So this is actual game jam game that we made. So we host game jams here every once in a while. If you're familiar with the game jams,
a little bit.
Yeah. So made it in 48 hours to the theme of retro futurism. So it's kind of like a cyberpunk take on what people back in the day thought cyberspace was going to look like when they didn't know anything, right?
That's about, you mean the 90s kind of take?
Right, kind of Lawnmower Man-ish. Like, actually, one of the big inspirations was the end of Hackers when they hacked the Gibson and how silly and like they're flying through 3D space and whatnot. I was like, I want to do that. So I made it use the Oculus and Touch to actually allow you to fly through the 3D space. And the objective is to find different hacking points, then hacks the core and you get the garbage file, which is the point of the final hack in that movie.
Okay, I love that very much. I have great appreciation for that kind of a thing. And what is the other game you're showing off here?
I've got another game over here called Das Wave. That was another game jam game from the Global Game Jam. So we're the local host of the Global Game Jam, which is the biggest game jam in the world, happens every year. And the theme this year for that was waves. So we made a very kind of 90s-ish, low-poly, retro take on there's a really bad movie called Surf Nazis Must Die. And also, if you've ever seen Top Secret, the beginning of that movie opens with a scene where there's skeet surfing. They're surfing and shooting skeet on the beach. Very nonsense. So that's what we started the game. We're going to make a surf skeet shooting game. And it turned into this very kind of Space Harrier surfing, shooting, low poly, goofy thing where you have to take down the vile mecha Hitler. And it's a very silly 90s inspired low poly game. Yeah.
I see a similar theme running through these games.
Just these two. I mean, I've worked in a lot of other games, and some of them are very hyper real. But these ones were kind of made really quick, so it's nice to go, simple and pick an aesthetic and go for it and try to hit it instead of try to make something photoreal and clearly not be able to do that in 2 days.
Style that really works with the parameters that you're given. Yeah. And and you said you're the president of Buffalo Game Space. So what are you in charge of a lot of the other general functions that go on here, like the event we're at right now? Like what are some of the other things you take care of here?
Sure. So it's not just me, of course. Like, we've got a whole board and advisory board of folks and volunteers that are awesome, super talented developers in their own right, but then volunteer to help out with all the stuff that we have going on here. And it's through all their efforts we're able to do events like this, like the Showcase. We also host the game jams that I just mentioned. We try to do those once a quarter. Great way for somebody who's never made a game to get in and see how it's done in a really short amount of time. You'll really learn so much in that 48 hours. It's crazy. We also have co-working space. I work out of here every day. So do a lot of other local developers who are game developers here in town. They come in here and they share a co-working space so they can work on their own projects. We also host workshops. So part of our status is we're a nonprofit. That's a really important thing to mention, is that we're not doing this to enrich ourselves. We're really trying to grow tech and arts in the community through the lens of game development. So we do a whole workshop series where we teach anything from intro to programming, 3D modeling, illustration, music, sound, all the different disciplines that go into making games. We teach workshops for that. Also offer mentorship to people locally in the community to learn how to do these things. So we're really trying to get more people into game development and just grow the tech sector here in Buffalo in general.
That's a wonderful thing. And just, from everybody who is passionate about gaming, just, thank you for introducing such a collective to grow gaming in general as well as in the community of Buffalo. I think that's a wonderful thing, and I'm very thankful this is here, so appreciate that. And and we will be just talking to more people and covering more Buffalo Game Space goings-on going forward. And in the meantime, you can are these games available on any platforms?
Several of them are available for purchase online on Steam. You can also find them on itch.io. And then a lot of the games you're seeing are also works in progress. So you're probably seeing the first showing of them in public before they're actually going wider and going into beta before launch. So So there's some of the games here are purely sneak peeks. Some of them, like Shotgun Farmers, Fist Elimination Tower, some of the other folks over here, they're already on Steam in early access or soon to be. And yeah, so you can find them online for download. Several more also targeting consoles, so coming to your local Xbox and Nintendo and PlayStation near you soon as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, well, thank you so much for speaking with us, and just stay tuned for more Geekiverse coverage of here the goings-on at the Buffalo Game Space. Thank you for watching.